Hello guys! When you picture infrastructure in the United States, what comes to mind? Maybe the vibrant red cables of the Golden Gate Bridge or the relentless flow of traffic on sprawling highways. These are undeniably emblems of American ingenuity. The Golden Gate finished in 1937 and the Hoover Dam, a marvel of the 1930s, have long stood as testaments to that legacy. But today, let's turn our gaze across the Pacific to China, where an extraordinary infrastructure revolution is rewriting the rules of engineering and ambition on a scale that's hard to fathom. This is the story of China's infrastructure, a tale of audacious vision, record-shattering projects, and a nation transforming its terrain at breakneck speed. It's a story that challenges what we thought was possible and redefines the global standard for engineering feats. Can you wrap your head around this? While the US wrestles with years of red tape to repair a single bridge, China has erected the world's tallest bridge, soaring between cliffs as high as a 200-story skyscraper. While America's high-speed rail dreams languish in legislative limbo, China's bullet trains zip along at 260 miles per hour across a jaw-dropping 25,000 miles of track, more than the rest of the world's high-speed rail combined. This isn't fiction, this is China pushing the boundaries of engineering with every mega project. Let's be real, the gap between China and the US in infrastructure is staggering. Take high-speed rail as a case study. The US kicked off its first high-speed rail project, California's high-speed rail, back in 2008. The pitch? A sleek line connecting Los Angeles to San Francisco by 2020 for $33 billion. Fast forward to today, and it's a different story. The project's still unfinished, costs have skyrocketed to over $128 billion, and the earliest completion date is now projected for 2033 to 2035. That's a far cry from the original vision of slashing travel times and easing road congestion. What's been built so far? A few bridges leading nowhere, with $15.7 billion already spent. Some estimates suggest the final price tag could hit $106 billion or more. Now contrast that with China. Since launching the Beijing-Tianjin high-speed rail in 2008, China has constructed over 25,000 miles of track, enough to wrap around the Earth's equator with miles to spare. And the cost? On average, China builds its high-speed rail for 1/5 the price of California's project. It's like China's sprinting into the future while the US is still lacing up its shoes. From the icy peaks of the north to the sun-soaked coasts of the south, China's rail network keeps expanding, connecting cities and transforming lives. Now, let's talk bridges. The Golden Gate is a legend, no question. But in the US, 42% of bridges are past their prime, racking up $110 billion in annual economic losses due to wear and tear. Meanwhile, China boasts 8 of the world's 10 longest sea-crossing bridges. Their construction speed is mind-blowing. In the US, a typical bridge takes 7 to 10 years to build. In China, they've mastered techniques like pivot technology, allowing a 16,300-ton bridge to rotate 180 degrees and lock into place in just 90 minutes. Case in point, the Pingshan Bridge in Hebei set a world record in 2019, completing its pivot in 85 minutes. One US commenter quipped, "Do Chinese engineers get extra hours in their day?" So, what's driving this divide? It comes down to approach. In the US, infrastructure projects often stall in a maze of approvals, local pushback, and funding disputes. In China, centralized planning and relentless execution allow the nation to pool resources and tackle massive challenges head-on. The Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge is a prime example. Over 1,400 companies and tens of thousands of engineers united for one mission. That level of coordination is nearly unthinkable in the US. Yet despite these feats, some US voices online remain skeptical. China's bridges won't last a decade without major repairs. It's just a flashy stunt, not practical. A waste of cash, nothing more. These critiques miss the mark. They ignore the 1,000-plus patents born during the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge's construction. They overlook its 6.7-kilometer undersea tunnel built with a precision of less than 5 millimeters. They dismiss the bridge's ability to withstand Category 16 typhoons, magnitude 8 earthquakes, and collisions with 300,000-ton ships. Chinese engineers didn't just slap a 120-year lifespan on this bridge for show. It's backed by rigorous testing, cutting-edge anti-corrosion tech, and world-class design. These criticisms aren't about the bridge. They reflect discomfort with China's meteoric rise in engineering prowess. Picture this. Under the churning waters of the Lingdingyang Strait, engineers aligned 33 massive tunnel segments each as tall as an 8-story building and weighing 80,000 tons with a margin of error of just 5 centimeters. That's like threading a needle on a ship tossing in a storm. American engineer John Smith from the American Society of Civil Engineers once called millimeter-level precision in deep-sea tunnel joints impossible in real-world conditions. Chinese engineers didn't flinch. They developed composite foundation treatment, turning unstable seabed silt into rock-solid support. After 137 failed tests and 72-hour work marathons, they boosted load-bearing capacity by 300%. When a tidal surge misaligned tunnel segments E29 and E30 by 3 centimeters in 2017, China's dynamic hydraulic system corrected it in just 15 minutes, rewriting global standards for tunnel construction. The 55-kilometer Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge stands as the world's longest sea crossing bridge, a testament to China's engineering dominance. Now, let's shift to water engineering. The Hoover Dam was once the gold standard, its power output unrivaled. But China's Baihetan hydropower station has stolen the spotlight. Its underground chambers stretch 217 kilometers, equivalent to 300 Empire State Buildings, laid end to end. The largest cavern could house 13 Boeing 737s. Its power, 3 times that of the Hoover Dam. Meanwhile, the U.S.'s Big Dig in Boston ballooned 220% over budget with decades of delays, while China built the starfish-shaped Beijing Daxing International Airport in just 4 years. Handling 200,000 passengers daily, it earned 60 global patents. From sea-spanning bridges to hydropower behemoths, from vast rail networks to clean energy hubs, China's engineers are turning dreams into reality. They're not just building infrastructure, they're crafting a blueprint for progress. Even the New York Times noted, China's infrastructure is reshaping global economics. So, how is China shaping the future? While the U.S. patches up last century's roads, China is pioneering the next era of infrastructure. Each project overcomes colossal challenges with innovative techniques, earning China the nickname Infrastructure Titan. Beyond its borders, China's building projects in countless nations, exporting not just infrastructure, but a vision for development. From the ashes of its early days, generations of Chinese engineers have built a thriving nation, and they're not done. The Infrastructure Titan will keep modernizing developing countries, creating opportunities, and forging a more connected world. Every bridge, road, and rail line links cities, eras, and nation China to the globe. What do you think China's infrastructure will achieve in the next decade? Drop your thoughts in the comments.